On the 22nd of August 2019 in particular, you're about to find out something very significant about your spiritual journey, but it's to do with an accomplishment. It is all about you, and it is all about what you have been focusing on so far, and it's all about your own particular accomplishment. This is going to be so good because at the same time, this is going to be at the end of the certain journey and the beginning of something very, very special indeed. What is going to happen on the 22nd of August is basically you're just going to start feeling drawn towards the particular thing and towards the particular word, and this, what you're going to feel, is just going to be very significant because this is going to be the sign for you to take that on. Okay, the bottom line is the 22nd of August is going to reveal an option for you, and that option that is going to be revealed, it's going to be very much so connected to your particular spiritual journey indeed, and that in itself is just going to be the beginning of something very special because it is going to give you the chance to have a reflection on your life, reflection on what you have done, and also that reflection is going to give you the certain power in such a sense where you're going to be able to emerge in a completely different way. You emerging in a completely different way means that you are going to be the part of the slightly different dimension, which on another hand, it's going to enhance your third psychic eye, and that in itself is instinctively going to be a very good time. So don't be surprised if you kind of start feeling drawn to other things around that particular day. So it's the 22nd of August, 23rd of August, and even the 24th of August. These 3 days are going to be literally sacred, because these 3 days in particular are going to be a part of the different dimension where you are going to be able to feel your own rebirth, and this is going to be the beginning of an unfoldment when it comes to the next stage of your life, next stage of your spiritual journey. This is going to be so big and so significant because it's partially connected to what you have done so far, but it's also emotionally. This is going to be like a really, really fantastic starting point because it is just going to be giving you so much happiness. It is going to give you so much excitement. It's going to make you feel so much better. You're going to feel automatically optimistic. So you will know subconsciously, and you will know rather consciously as well, that this is going to be a very important moment in time for you, because most certainly what is going to be revealed on the 22nd of August is going to make sense to you like there is no tomorrow. And as the time goes by the end of that particular month, this particular word is just going to become more and more significant to you, for you, and for your particular spiritual journey. This is just so good because you're going to start feeling very drawn towards like this new stage that is about to unfold in your life. This is so good because it's just going to make you feel really creative. It's going to activate you, and it's also going to help you to illuminate all those areas in your lives, that you kind of didn't reach, so far. And that in itself, it's going to make you feel like in a little bit of like a very deep and very explorative mode indeed. But on another hand, this is all going to be about you taking your life on the whole next journey, on the whole next direction. It's just basically all about the unfoldment and all about following your particular spiritual journey. This is going to be so significant because it's all about the actual energy that you're going to have. It's all about a certain success and certain gain that you are going to have as well. And this is all going to start making sense, and this is all going to be the part of the really big picture. I can't explain enough how important this day is going to be, but it's just so much to do. Basically, whatever you're doing now, whatever you're focusing on now, and whatever uncertainties you kind of had, whatever cloudness you kind of had around your situation, which is quite normal sometimes, and it does happen. Now you can just expect so many things to kind of be revealed, but it's just so much to do with your particular situation. So let me put it like in such a way that it's going to be like a kind of a little bit more simplified. So basically it's like what you're gonna do is just your particular situation, you're gonna just end up with something extra, you're gonna end up with something more, and that is going to be the step in the right direction. But this is just a part of the really bigger picture. It's all about the advantage, it's all about your life going on the next stage, next journey, and it's all about you kind of grabbing hold of that particular energy that is just going to make you feel so much better. Look at this. It is the sharpness, it is the beauty, it is the power that you are going to feel, and also you're going to make a decision. It's a very important decision that you are going to make, and that decision that you are going to make, it's literally going to be life-changing. The land is going to be rather fertile from the 22nd until the end of that month. Like, it's going to be really good and absolutely excellent and great time to try new things, to start new things, for any negotiations, especially in this period from the 22nd until the end of that month. Any negotiations or anything that you want to try or buy big, or any kind of little investments that you want to have, this is also going to be a rather significant time, because you will have this power, and you will have the sharpness that is just going to help you to illuminate, you know, things around you and things in front of your path that you wouldn't normally have illuminated. So this is why I'm saying that this is a really, really, really important time indeed. And also, you see, it is just emotionally, there is a certain person in particular, that is going to be playing a very big role in your life when it comes to your accomplishment, but when it comes to you actually getting the right advice through this person. And this is also going to make sense, and this is important, because this particular person is meant to be the part of your spiritual journey. Very, very significant indeed. I would highly suggest you that whatever you feel drawn to on the 22nd of August 2019, you need to inspect, you need to check, you need to try to feel this, you need to like kind of get into that energy, because this is just going to be an important time for you to understand that your life is about to change. But you will know this and you will sense this, because the energy levels are going to be much better. And when you think about things, you know, there are going to be lots of things in your mind that are going to be, oh my God, why am I thinking about this? Why am I thinking about that? This is so significant, because this is your spirit guides and your angels are literally going to be pushing you towards the new direction. A new direction is going to be big, the new direction is going to be good, and most certainly this is the beginning of something really big and something really special when it comes to your own particular spiritual journey. It's just taking your life where it is now on the next level, but also having a certain confidence and also having a certain courage, which is of course indeed going to come through the accomplishment and realization that you're going to have, and that in itself is just going to become a fantastic new starting point for you indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for August 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for August 2019. Your number this month is going to be number 3. I like it, I like it, I like it, because it's all about the conclusion, and it's all about you dealing with a certain issue, you dealing with a certain problem that was in your life for the last 36 months, that was making sense, that was actually kind of affecting you in such a way. It was affecting you quite a lot. But sometimes, you know, we block our energy, we block our path, we block our immediate future, and if we can't like kind of connect to our immediate future, then we are not really able to actually kind of get this energy, you know, we're not able to get the whole picture, and that in itself is just not pushing us towards it like as good and as fast and as quick as it normally would. And that's why I'm saying that this is going to be really important for you, because the conclusion to the problem is coming. And what is that going to happen? That is almost immediately is going to reveal something else, but also it is going to have a beautiful and healing effect on you. And that beautiful and healing effect on you that is going to have this is just going to come from the certain satisfaction, and it's going to come from that particular compromise. I mean, you're going to need to like kind of, you will know that you will need to like adjust certain thing. You will need to focus to the certain change when it comes to your immediate home as well, and the certain possession. But this is all going to be really good for you, because it's just going to be very inspiring time. So you're going to feel very artistic at the same time. This is the month when you're going to feel very artistic in many different ways. This is the month when you're going to be exploring a lot. This is the month when you're going to be connecting and reconnecting, and I really like it. Very, very strong connection with the nature. Again, very strong connection with the water. I highly suggest you, my babies, to go like into at some point throughout this month. It doesn't matter when you go, it doesn't really matter, but at some point in this month, if you can just go to the forest and try to like kind of like try to kind of relax someone by the water, because the water is on you also this month going to have a really, really spiritual and powerful effect. Water in general is like really spiritual indeed. Well, of course we can't live without water, you know, it's just so important, so important, so important, and superbly spiritual. But sometimes when we are going through a certain dimension in our lives, when we are going through a certain spiritual journey in our life, water is also going to have an effect on us, which is just going to be mind-blowing in so many different ways, because it's just going to help you to purify you. And by purifying, you're also able to get rid of the negativity, you get rid of the negative energy, and you just rejuvenate yourself like, my Lord, like there is no tomorrow. This is so important. This is so important. This is so important. All you need to do is just find the water somewhere, sit by the water, lay down by the water, meditate somewhere a little bit by the water, and you will see the rejuvenation that you're going to have, the rejuvenation that you're going to feel. And automatically you will feel like a lot of ideas, and automatically you will feel much lighter, much more powerful, you know. You're going to feel so much better. And if you can't find water, then I highly suggest you like to go outside. And also being in the forest. The forest is also ridiculously spiritual. It's very powerful. One of my favorite places in the world is the actual forest, because it's full of spirits, it's full of power, it's full of nature, it's full of this amazing, incredible energy. And you are just like kind of like, this is mixing with your energy, and this grounds you in the most beautiful way. So if you can't find the water, you are just absolutely fine to go in the forest somewhere by the, you know, in the nature, and just try to like kind of maybe hug a certain tree where you can feel the connection even more powerful, and that rejuvenates you. You know, you hug a tree. I was talking about it before. This is so important, because some people think, oh God, you're going to hug a tree. My Lord, trees have got an amazing energy, they have got an amazing power, and they have got this incredible thing about them that actually helps us to rejuvenate ourselves. They're wise, they're powerful, they're strong, they're very energetic, and their energy we benefit from like there is no tomorrow, but they also benefit from our energy at the same time. So you can also, like at some point this month, you know, you can like kind of go into the forest, you can find a tree, you can hug it, and then you can just imagine this beautiful silver, absolutely gorgeous light, like, you know, coming from the tree, going as you're hugging it, you know, going inside on top of your head, going through your body all the way down, and then going into the ground. This is when you ground yourself with your mind, with your energy. You're creating all this. It's amazing. You're just pushing this, you're making this strong, you're making this powerful, you get this going, you see. And then you imagine this energy going down like into the ground is the word I'm looking for, I think. Yeah, into the ground, and then it goes back into the tree, into the crown, and you just imagine this beautiful white energy, this beautiful powerful light, this beautiful gorgeous powerful energy going like this 3 times, from the tree into you, and then back into the tree, into you, then back into the tree, into you. You do it 3 times. You just imagine this with your mind. Just to remember that our way of thinking, the way we think, we create the energy straight away. The way we think, we project this energy straight away. So when you project it in this way, you're also doing so much good for yourself. It's like a meditation, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. And what is this going to do? This is going to rejuvenate you, and also it is going to help you to connect and to reconnect with your instinct in a completely different way, where you're going to be the part of the different dimension. And on another hand, that is also going to be a really good moment in time, because that, what is that going to do? It's an idea. It's an idea that you're going to have, and the idea that you're going to have, it's also going to be something that is just going to be mind-blowing in such a sense. You see, you've got such a sacred month, my gorgeous Aries, but it's the idea that you're going to have through this. It might happen straight away. Okay, or it might happen the next day. It might happen when you go home, you sleep and you wake up, ooh la la, okay, time to make the coffee. You know, it's just like, it all depends, you know, when you're gonna get this. But it's all about the idea. But it's also, let me tell you something, little secret, is the idea that at some point in your life crossed your mind. You were either consciously thinking about it, you were either subconsciously thinking about it. However, this idea is going to be something that is going to return, knock on your spiritual door, and just tell you, hey, you were absolutely right, now it's time, now it's time. So that's why I'm saying this is so important, because something is going to bounce back, something karmically that you shouldn't have done at some point. It wasn't the right time. So now this idea, you see, is just going to become very powerful, because this is emotionally going to be absolutely the perfect time for you to do it. So you're just going to kind of like bring something from the past, an insight that is going to help you to bring this and to use this to make a certain decision and to make a new choice, like, and to have something confirmed to you. Okay, that particular idea is going to come back, and now it's absolutely the right time. Very, very, very important. And this is something that is going to have such an amazing and beautiful impact on your life. Okay. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Aries, is that like when it comes to your health this month, you're going to need to like a kind of pay attention to your kidneys. Your kidneys are going to be slightly sensitive area, which means that you are going to have, or you are going to need to drink as much water as possible. Please try to like kind of avoid sugar, try to avoid coffee as much as you possibly can. And also very rather important for me to say is that it's just a cranberry juice. You know, cranberry juice is just so good for you, especially when you have any problems or anything to do with the kidneys. And also pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are absolutely amazing when it comes to the actual kidneys. And also pumpkin seeds, just try to nibble on the pumpkin seeds like throughout the actual, sorry about this, try to nibble on the pumpkin seeds throughout this month, you see. And also acerola cherry powder. Now acerola cherry powder is just something that I recommend all the time. Basically, acerola cherry powder is like a natural source of vitamin C, natural form of vitamin C. You know, I can't stand fake vitamins. The fake vitamins everywhere. You go to the health shop and you can just like, you know, they tell you they're natural. You read the back and it's saying free from absolutely everything. But the actual ingredients is made from the synthetic vitamin. Please, no. So that's why I highly recommend you acerola cherry powder, which is a natural form of vitamin C and gives you whopping 1080 milligrams of vitamin C per 1 little teaspoon that you drink every single morning. This is something that I would highly recommend you to drink. So the combination of the cranberry juice, acerola, cherry powder and pumpkin seeds are going to be absolutely fantastic. But what there is one more thing. I'm sorry. Another thing that I want you to say, if you that you should really do is just actually to do like a something like which is going to work like a natural filter, you know, for your kidneys. And what you should do is like a cranberries, blueberries, raspberries, goji berries, blackberries, any berries, my babies, any berries that you can get, the combinations of organic berries, not GMO and all that rubbish, no, but any berries that you can make your own smoothies and drink throughout, like organic if possible. It would be fantastic, but try to drink it throughout this month. And that is for kidneys absolutely fantastic, because what it's going to do is just going to work for like a wonderful filter, and it's just going to make absolutely mind-blowing rejuvenation when it comes to your health in general, let alone just the kidneys. Kidneys are going to be so beautifully filtered and rejuvenated by the end of the month if you do this every month. Very, very, very important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, now the first important date that I would like you to pay attention to, it's actually going to be on the 2nd of August. Now the 2nd of August is going to be an important day. I like it indeed, again, because this is going to be the moment in time when you will feel like you want to celebrate. Literally, you will feel a purification of your own life, you know, and that is going to be an important moment in time, because that is going to give you an option to just look at your life from a slightly different angle, and in such a sense where those things that were making you a little bit clingy, and those things that were making you a little bit negative, those things that were like kind of bringing you down, now it's just going to be nice little flip-flop. And that little flip-flop that is going to happen is just going to really make you to think in a different way, and that in itself is just going to be fantastic, because it is going to give you strength, it is going to give you power, and it's also going to give you certain courage. You know, there is a problem going to arise, not a problem but an issue that you need to deal with, you know, something that you are well aware of, including somebody else, certain person in your life, and that in itself is also going to give you a little bit of Vavavumish power. And this is so good, because it's all about the certain energy that is going to come through. This is going to be the day when you're going to be able to physically feel this energy. This is so good, and it's just going to be very important when it comes to your optimistic way of thinking, because it's just going to set you really, really nicely. Okay, what else I was going to say is just all about the accomplishment, and it's all about the confidence through the certain accomplishment. It's absolutely brilliant, and the motivation is going to kick in here, and it is just going to help you to reflect on your life really beautifully. On another hand, it's just like kind of like motivation from somebody else. It's also going to become evident. There is a certain person that is going to be around you, and the certain person is also going to be on your mind, and that person is just going to be absolutely perfect for your situation. situation. It's going to match your situation. It's going to match your energy. And sometimes, you know, there's certain people around us that are indeed meant to be there. And we just pick up certain things from each other. We just have a really nice influence on one another because we are meant to be there. We are learning from each other. We are learning from each other. We are learning from each other. Well, it seems like a certain person that is going to play a really important role here when it comes to you having a motivation. And the motivation that you're going to have is just going to be absolutely right, absolutely brilliant, because it is just going to confirm something new to you, improve something for you as well. But at the same time, it is just going to be the new ticket for your success. Absolutely brilliant. And it's all down to you feeling, you having a certain idea, you becoming the part of something else, you becoming the part of something different by the end of this day on the 2nd of August. And that in itself is just going to require from you, ooh la la, you're still going to kind of need something like some kind of confirmation, and you are again going to receive and reach like a certain advice from somebody, through somebody, not directly, but you're going to be watching someone like you're watching me, for example, hello, or like something like that. But most certainly something is going to make sense to you, and something is going to be very important to you, and something is going to be confirmed to you, okay? And this is going to be an important moment in time, because by the time we get to the 14th of August, you know, by the time we get to the 14th of August, I like it because this is when your certain obstacle is going to come back, and the certain obstacle that is going to come back is just something that, again, it's a little problem that was from the past. This problem that you've left in the past is going to bounce back, but now this time it's going to be really good because that obstacle is going to have a result. And how it's going to happen is just the situation. You're not going to even need to do anything, but it's just that the situation is going to start changing. It's all about the swift change, and it's all about you receiving certain strength. It's all about your own grounding. It's all about new beginning, and which is going to lead towards your own wake-up call. Your swift activity is just going to cause a swift change with a stale progress in your life, and that in itself is just going to make you feel so good, and something is going to become evident here to you. Evident, and most certainly it is going to be very right for you. And most certainly this is going to be the step in the right direction, okay? The message from the Spirit on the 14th of August is that there is going to be a really nice opportunity. You are going to have a really wonderful financial opportunity, and that is going to be just the beginning, my babies. That is going to be just the beginning. This is not only like, oh yeah, you know, the certain problem is coming to an end. No. This is very deep, and this is very spiritual, and this is, I'm talking about the spiritual journeys, and I'm talking about significant spiritual journeys, powerful spiritual journeys. I'm talking about karma and heavy karma. When heavy karma came to an end, then it's all beautiful and lightness around us. And this is exactly what beauty and lightness is going to do. It is going to provide you with an opportunity, financial opportunity, that on one hand you're going to enjoy, on another hand it's going to be step in the right direction, and on the third hand, if you can even say on the third hand, you know, but then in my world, you know, basically on the third hand, you know, this is also going to be something that is going to become your main motivation. Absolutely brilliant. And you're going to feel, oh my God, finally, thank you, God. That's how you're going to feel exactly, because it's going to reflect on you really beautifully. On another hand, you know what else? Your justice is coming here. This is so good, because the 14th of August, it's also going to bring you your justice. So whether you're waiting for somebody to confirm something for you, whether you're waiting for someone to decide something for you, whether it's to do with a certain court or something like that, you know, it depends. But the bottom line is, if you're waiting for some kind of decision, whatever it is now, you're gonna hear this. This is really good. This is really great, and you're gonna like it because it's gonna be good. You're gonna be happy, and this most certainly is going to be your own personal reward. And after the hard work, after worrying, you know, and things like that, and there is something very interesting that you're gonna realize through this situation. So the justice is coming indeed, but at the same time, this is going to bring you wonderful balance, because this is to do with something that was like affecting you, whether you realize this or not. You know, things are affecting us, like what I said before. So this was affecting you like subconsciously, or perhaps even consciously, you know, and it was preventing you to move on and get to the new stage in your life until this is resolved. So now this is a very important moment in time here indeed. The third important day, my gorgeous Aries, is going to be on the 25th of August. Now the 25th of August is actually going to be something like you're gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna feel like you expect something, you're gonna feel like you expect something from a certain part, certain stage of your life, but it's to do with somebody else, to do with a certain person. So this is all going to be about a certain reunion, but this reunion is going to be really important. Okay, this reunion is with somebody who means to you a lot, and vice versa. This is from somebody very important, and this is from somebody very significant in your life. Okay, I'm not saying that this reunion is like something, oh God, you didn't see the person 20 years or something. No, this could be like somebody who you didn't see like in like about a month, but it's an important reunion because this is person who means to you so much. This is somebody who is like a part of your life, like a really good friend or a family member. Very important indeed. Why am I saying this? Because somebody who knows you really well, somebody who knows you inside out, in and out, you see, and those people are helping us to feel ourselves, to live ourselves, to get ourselves, to understand ourselves in a completely different ways, because they can see us, you know, they can illuminate us in all those areas where we don't even illuminate ourselves because of our particular spiritual journeys. But the people who knows us really well, they know things about us, they know things around us, they know our own light, they know our own illumination. So this particular person is just, the bottom line is that there is an idea that you're going to have, but this is just going to reflect on you so nicely because it's going to make you very creative, and it's to do with the beginning, it's to do with the creation, and it's to do with something, doing something, you know, doing something different, but also it's to do with a certain gain and the beginning of something very special, like a very meaningful experience indeed. It's going to be the birth of something new, the birth of something very special, the birth of something very significant, which is going to reflect on your life, and it's just going to make you feel really good, and it's going to make you feel happy, and it's going to make you feel like it's an adventure. So it's like you're doing something, but it's an adventure at the same time. And this is when your spirit journey is getting like a really interesting point, interesting part that you are reaching, where you just know that karmically certain things that you have been working on really hard, and lots of Aries have been. And so now that's why August is going to be like a really fantastic breaking point in general. And this, my babies, is going to lead towards you having a very strong reflection to learn something new, to learn something different, but it's to do with what you are doing, what you were focusing on so far. But this is just going to redirect you a little bit, because it's just going to bring you another option, a new option that is going to be absolutely brilliant. And it is just, you know, happening at around this time, in this particular time, because you reached a certain spiritual journey. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And this in itself is going to give you life. This in itself is going to give you like a wings. You know, you're going to kind of start feeling certain responsibility in a completely different way, through the completely different light, through the completely different eyes. And what is this going to do? This is just going to invoke something very special in you, and it's also going to activate something very special in you, because the certain strength you are going to realize about yourself, which is going to bring you so much confidence and so much power. This is brilliant, brilliant, brilliant time indeed, because it is just going to reflect on you nicely, on the people around you, and also, you know, it's going to be like a really powerful realization that you are going to have the step in the right direction. But also, rather important thing to say, that there is going to be somebody also who is going to get in touch with you, somebody who's going to be around you, somebody for who you haven't been in touch for a long time ago. And that person hasn't got anything to do with the person that I mentioned now, but through this person that is going to get in touch with you haven't seen a long time ago. This is more to do with like a really long time ago. This is more to do with a certain reflection that is going to remind you that you need to kind of sort something out, something from the past. You need to go back in your past, and you need to sort something out. There is something in your past that you need to kind of come to terms with. But this is important, because this is going to give you a strength, this is going to give you a power. And this is also going to be so much to do with the time that it's time to move on, but also with your particular spiritual journey, which is just about to evolve somewhere like amazing, literally. Okay, so now the very first part of August 2019, you know what? It's like literally going to start like with a vision. You are going to have a vision, and the vision that you are going to have, it is just going to confuse you a little bit, because it is just kind of going to be, oh my God, God, really, already, you know, and that vision is so good, because on one hand, you know, it is going to give you, it's going to help you to test yourself, because automatically you will know that if you want to get there, if you want to do this, if you want to take these steps, then also on God, you're going to need to be like the part of like a little competition. But that's really good, because now this is where your confidence is going to start rising already. So this is where you're going to have a really nice turnaround, and all you're going to do, you're just going to really keep your you're going to keep on being focused, you know, to that task at hand that you're going to have, and you're going to keep on focusing on your practicality and security. This is so important, because this is the best thing to do, because there is going to be an indication that something really significant is about to happen when it comes to your financial situation. It's to do with like a long journey. It's to do where you wanted to what you wanted to achieve, and it's to do where you wanted to get in life. Indeed, by you being free, by you freeing yourself from things that you don't want to do. This is an important moment in time to realize that, you know, this life is really short that we live. You know, we are on this earth for the certain amount of time, and we all have our roles, we all have our spiritual journeys, we all doing things, we all making mistakes, you know, and this is the way we learn. This is the way we learn. If we don't make a mistake, and then our spirit is not going to evolve, you see, and that's why these things are going on like this. And if we didn't learn in this life, we're going to come back again and just try to we're going to need to learn from our previous mistakes. And that's why this is just so important, because it's all about you learning, getting your wings here and getting your balance at the same time. I absolutely love it, because the outcome of the competition is going to be the fact that it is actually going to be the challenge first, a challenge that you're going to have, and you're going to be aware of it, you know, and that's going to be at the beginning of August. And the challenge that you're going to have is just going to make you feel really good, because you're going to feel overwhelmed, and that will surprise you, and that surprise is going to be the beginning of something really special, because that is going to be a realization that, you know, it's going to make you feel really overwhelmed. And this is so good, because it's all about your finances. This is a really good week for the finances, and you're going to realize something very important, and you're going to get a sign about your own prosperity, your money, your finances, and that is just going to really make you even more assertive. It's absolutely brilliant. And as I said, the outcome of the competition that you're going to have, it's going to be good, it's going to be amazing, and you are going to gain not only like financially, not only the step in the right direction, and not only like, you know, it's just like when it comes to your life, and when it comes to like something new, something different to do, something new bringing in, but it's also going to you know, realize something very important about yourself. By the time we get to the next mid part of August 2019, the mid part of August, you see, I need you to take where is it? Yeah, there you go, sorry. The mid part of August, I would highly suggest you to get like a black tourmaline. Black tourmaline, it's very important, and it's very significant for you to have throughout this month, okay, August and even September, because especially the mid part of August until the end of August, your intuition is going to be like, hello my darling. Your intuition as well is going to be very significant, because what it's going to do, you're gonna be able to connect to your spirit guides, to connect to your angels in so many different ways. So you're going to be full of like little informations. You're going to be able to your intuition is going to be really strong. Your third psychic eye is going to be like wide open. This is because you're going to be very psychic, you're going to be very intuitive, and on one hand, you know, that's great, because you're going to be able to connect to your life, to connect your spiritual journey in a completely different way, so you can get all these outcomes and all these different ideas, you know, all these different dimensions are going to bring you different ideas. But on another hand, you're also, when you're spiritually open and when you're psychically open, you're open to receive and perceive all sorts of energies. So sometimes, you know, these energies can be absolutely brilliant, and sometimes these energies can be really heavy. It depends. So in order to protect yourself, because you're going to be quite open, I highly suggest you to get like a black tourmaline, a block or natural crystal. You can get this like in my store, and the link is in the description below. And by buying crystals from my store, you're also supporting my channel as well. But I highly suggest you to get, because black tourmaline is the most powerful crystal when it comes to protecting yourself against all sorts of negative energy, all sorts of low vibrations. And sometimes, you know, people can do this to us on purpose, send negative energy, or sometimes people can just think about us in a negative way, and that can also create a certain amount of negative energy. And that's why I highly recommend you to get like something like a black tourmaline, okay? What else I was going to say? That's right. The second part of August is going to bring your intuition very strong, and there is intuitively going to be a couple of things that you're going to be thinking about. Your intuition is going to be strong, which is going to take you somewhere else, and it's indecisive situation, and it's to do with a certain worry, and it's to do with a certain loss, and it's to do with like a loss and worry, and something that happened, and something that you will want to prevent, something that happens within the last within the last 5 months in particular. This was very enhanced, so you will want to prevent a certain situation, and that's where your intuition is going to be golden. Your intuition is going to be powerful, and it's also going to help you to release yourself in such a sense where you will see that there is a recovery and there is no way back. So most certainly this is going to have an enlightening effect on you, which is on another hand going to be a homecoming time in so many different ways. And when I say homecoming time, my gorgeous Aries, this is more than just a homecoming time. This is you coming home to yourself, you coming home to your spirit, you coming home to your energy, you coming home to your most powerful self. This balance of energy is just going to be incredible. This balance of energy is going to be absolutely amazing, and it's also going to make you like to do certain changes when it comes to your home, you know, to do certain changes when it comes to the certain when it comes to your own environment, but it's also going to make you realize that you've got more resources in order to go on the next step of your life. You know, there is some kind of like really another option that is going to become available here, but that option is something that you wanted to do, but you were waiting for the certain resources to have. So now most certainly this is going to be the right realization. And there is also something very important about yourself that you're going to realize, something that you can do, something that you know how to do, and something that you really enjoy doing. Is to do with yourself, and is to do with your skill. For those of you, my gorgeous Aries, who are looking for work, I suggest you to keep on looking for a job as much as you can, because the mid-August in particular is going to bring you certain realization, and that certain realization is also going to help you to make like a little adjustment in your life. But this is a good adjustment, and it's to do with your experience, and it's to do what you have done and what you like doing as well at the same time. Okay, the third part of the August, it's actually going to bring you like a, I like it because the situation that is bringing you down, like a little bit of like enslaved situation, which means that karmically this is going to be quite heavy, and karmically this is going to be like, you know what, I had enough. I literally had enough. You see, that's another thing that I want you to, I would like you to get. It's actually going to be like a tiger's eye. Tiger's eye crystal is very powerful when it comes to the protection against evil eye, but also when it comes to our success, also when it comes to our finances, also when it comes to our direction, when it comes to our success, our finances. It helps you with the grounding. At the same time it protects you, but it's also very good when it comes to the actual reflection of our own prosperity. It helps us for the energy flow. On another hand, that helps us to like carry on being on the wings of our own ideas, which will take us really, really far. This beautiful tiger's eye crystal comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. So if you would like to buy this, you're of course supporting my channel as well. So this is something that I highly recommend you, because what is going to happen, this situation at the end of August, it's gonna make you it's gonna give you lots of power to avoid and to get out of the situation that is making you unhappy. This is the big picture of something in particular that you are doing, that you've been focusing on, and it's just, you just kind of like you knew it, that you have to like keep going. That's absolutely fine. So this is really good, because this is going to be really nice turnaround, and it's going to help you to karmically deal with a situation that was bringing you down, something that was making you unhappy, something that was making you sad, something that you knew, something that you were aware of, but you just had to like kind of wait timely, you know, wait for the right moment, wait for the right time. Well, the right time and the end of this horrible problem and situation, it's coming to an end at the end of August, and this is going to give you so much vavavoom to your life. This is going to give you so much to celebrate in your life. This is going to have an amazingly optimistic impact on you, like almost immediately, because it's going to give you inspiration and potential. This is when you work with the energy. This is when you deal with the balance of the energy in an absolutely perfect and correct way, because you will use this huge amount of energy. It's going to turn around, and now you will use it to your best ability, to your own potential, because you're going to turn things around, and this is going to become an inspiration and potential. At the same time, you're going to deal with that particular obstacle, and that is going to come to an end, and that's absolutely brilliant. I'm loving this because I know how much you're going to like this. Also, certain traveling is going to make sense here. There is some kind of traveling that you're going to make, and I really highly suggest you to go to that traveling, because this traveling I'm seeing at the same time when there is a completion to the particular spiritual journey, which means the whole new idea spiritually you're gonna have when you go to that trip or that journey. As long as you book at around the end of August, okay, you can go at the end of August, or you can just book it around the end of August. You can go then like a year later or whatever, but as long as you've got the same energy of the end of August attached to that particular trip or journey, then this is actually going to reveal, you're going to have a powerful, mind-blowing revelation on that journey, on that trip, that is going to be very spiritual, that is going to confirm something for you, but it's also going to give you a mind-blowing idea, okay, because it's going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel like really full of power and ready for everything, and that in itself is going to give you an overwhelming emotion, and that in itself is going to create absolutely fantastic, bombastic energy. On another hand, something, an idea, you're going to also have a powerful idea when it comes to the certain possession, and it's also, if you want to do something, if you want to create something, do certain edits and adjustments when it comes to the certain possessions of yours, now it's also going to be the right time, because you will go with this perfect energy flow. Indeed. Okay, so my gorgeous Aries, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is actually going to happen this month with those of you that are in relationship. This is going to be an incredible month, because it's most certainly it's some kind of issue that you had from the past that is going to come through forward, that you're going to need to deal with. That issue is going to be very important, because if you don't deal with this issue, then your relationship is not going to go on the next level. But the bottom line is that there is an issue that was kind of left behind, so that's going to kind of come back, and you're going to deal with this, and that is going to be an amazing moment in time, because you're both going to realize something. And you know what? It is going to reflect on both of you in such a way when you're going to have, and you will know, both of you, that there is a new plan that is going to become evident here. It's going to take a while, it's going to take a time, but this is going to be most certainly the step in the right direction, okay? But I'm going to say something to you, that when it comes to your partner, you see, I would just say something to be quite a little bit careful. You see, there's another one here, absolutely fantastic. This month is actually going to be an important for the couples, very important. That's the bottom line. You are going to have a new plan that is going to reflect on both of you, and it is going to change your life. As I said, it's going to take one step at a time, but most importantly, this is going to reflect on you both so beautifully. There is something absolutely extraordinary going to happen to both of you this month, okay? And that what's going to happen is going to be amazing, and it's going to help you to make a very, very huge, significant decision when it comes to both of you. But what I was going to say is, before, just to be a little bit careful, your partner, just a little bit of warning that your partner shouldn't do certain dealings this month. For you it's absolutely fine, completely different, but your partner shouldn't do any dealings or anything like that this month, because there is some kind of tricky situation that your partner is around. So I would just highly suggest to kind of keep personal things to themselves, to not to talk about anything that is concerning your partner only, because it is not a great time for negotiations and making deals for your partner, but for you it's absolutely fine. So this is all what I wanted to say, really. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to Oh gosh, my cards are all over the place. It's like so hot in London. Oh my lord. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle. For those of you that are single, it is just going to be a very interesting situation that you are going to have. Very, very interesting situation that you are going to have indeed. I can see the months of like really meeting people, months of going out a lot and socializing, you know, like focusing on relationships, focusing on people around. But you know, there is going to be the group of people that you are going to be part of this month, and that group of people, there are going to be lots of people that you don't actually know, but believe me or not, you're also going to be kind of a part of that group, and something is going to happen beforehand that you didn't expect, that you didn't know. That is going to put you in touch with certain people. That is also going to put you in touch with a certain person. This is only going to be the beginning, only going to be the beginning. There is someone that is just kind of going to give you an advice at the same time, somebody who you like in so many different ways, somebody who's very genuine, somebody who's very beautiful, somebody who's very sincere to you, and somebody who's very clever. That person is going to give you an advice that you are going to get is going to be incredible, but it's not about the advice, it's actually about the fact that there is someone very, very special about to walk into your life, and that person that is about to walk into your life is going to be a little bit different to what you would normally go for, and this is so significant. The fact that this person is going to be different, the fact that there is something going to be kind of not confusing you, but there is something going to be like, wow, like I can't believe, you know, something different, something different, something different. And this is so important to actually say, because this is going to be the part of the integral part of your spiritual journey. But because your spiritual journey started changing this month and you are reaching, you know, you're going on a whole new level now, this is also going to be the part of it. It's only the beginning that this is going to be. So the beginning of you meeting somebody, and it is just going to bring you so many different flavors into your life, okay? So much beautiful energy, and this is going to be the beginning. It is going to be the start of like some kind of friendship, and then from friendship things are going to go somewhere completely different. But don't worry, because it needs to happen, and it will happen indeed, one step at a time. As more you spend the time together, the more of a woman you're gonna feel. As more you spend the time together, the more you will be thinking like, oh my god, like we are so the same, we are so the same, you know, this is incredible. And this is because this is an important part of your spiritual journey, somebody who is about to reconnect with you from the past, not from the past in this life, but somebody from the past life. There is a very strong energy that you have around this person. There is so much that you will actually learn through this situation about yourself and about your life indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, I love you all to bits. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos, okay? I'm sending you healing, brightest blessings, lots of love and light to all of you. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Gorgeous Aries.